Welcome to this special edition mega quiz. It's 150 of my favourite questions from this year's quizzes, and we're starting right now. What type of star is our Sun? Is it a yellow dwarf, a red dwarf, or a white dwarf? And a big welcome to any new viewers to my channel. I hope you enjoy these questions. The correct answer here, yellow dwarf. What was discovered in the Valley of the Kings in 1922 by Howard Carter? Was it Cleopatra's tomb, the tomb of Tutankhamun, or the Rosetta Stone? And the answer is the tomb of Tutankhamun. Which ancient civilization developed the system of writing known as cuneiform? Was it the Persians, Egyptians, or Sumerians? And the answer, the Sumerians. Which 70s song was written in honour of Marilyn Monroe? American Woman, Dancing Queen, or Candle in the Wind? And the answer, Candle in the Wind. Linseed oil is obtained from the seeds of which plant? Is it from lin, wheat, or flax? And the correct answer is flax. Who was the first person to break the sound barrier in level flight? Was it Chuck Yeager, Yuri Gagarin, or Neil Armstrong? And it was Chuck Yeager. Where can the world's tallest trees be found? In Amazonas, Nova Scotia, or California? And they can be found in California. Cleopatra had relationships with two Roman leaders. Who were they? Was it Julius Caesar and Mark Antony, Augustus and Tiberius, or Nero and Caligula? And it was Julius Caesar and Mark Antony. Hepatic refers to which organ in the body? The liver, brain, or heart? If you regularly watch my videos, how many of these do you remember? And the correct answer there is the liver. Which instrument has the highest pitch in an orchestra? A piccolo, violin, or flute? The answer is the piccolo. Who made what is considered the first commercially available combustion engine automobile? Was it Henry Ford, Ferdinand Porsche, or Carl Benz? And it was Carl Benz. Who played Forrest Gump's mother in the film? Was it Diane Keaton, Sally Field, or Meryl Streep? And it was Sally Field. Which of these floats in water? Lemons, tomatoes, or potatoes? And I tested this just to make sure. The answer is lemons. Which army did the 300 Spartans fight at the Battle of Thermopylae? Was it the Persian, Roman, or Egyptian? And the answer, the Persian army. Which mammal always bears 4 identical young of the same sex? Armadillo, bat, or hedgehog? The correct one here, armadillo. Who sent the first transatlantic radio signal? Was it Edison, Marconi, or Tesla? And it was Marconi. The McMurdo Dry Valleys, reported to have not seen rain for nearly 2 million years, are where? Are they in Chile, Tunisia, or Antarctica? And they are in Antarctica. Which god did the Colossus of Rhodes statue represent? Zeus, Apollo, or Helios? And it was Helios. Who followed the Bushido warrior code? Was it the samurai, Viet Cong, or Zulus? And it was the samurai. The Great Red Spot is a long-lasting storm on which planet? Is it on Jupiter, Saturn or Mars? And it's on Jupiter. Which of these must come to the surface to breathe? An octopus, seahorse or sea turtle? And the only one there that has lungs, the sea turtle. What is his hat called that's worn by the King's Guard? Is it a bearskin, Buckingham bonnet or fur topper? The answer here is bearskin. What highly flammable gas was the Hindenburg airship filled with? Methane, propane or hydrogen? And it was filled with hydrogen. Which country is known for its flamenco dance? Poland, Brazil or Spain? And that's from Spain. Which is true about snakes? They have no eyelids, no bones or no hearing. And the one that's true, they have no eyelids. Who was the Greek goddess of victory? Was it Athena, Nike, or Aphrodite? And it was Nike. Who played Mork in the TV show Mork and Mindy? Was it Robin Williams, Gene Wilder, or Steve Martin? And it was the late great Robin Williams. What condition is caused by a reactivation of the chickenpox virus in the body? Is it shingles, measles or smallpox? And the answer is shingles. Where is Hogmanay a festival to celebrate the new year? Is it in Iceland, Scotland or Germany? And the answer is Scotland. What is the largest country in Africa by land area? Is it Algeria, Nigeria or Botswana? And the largest is Algeria. The Alhambra in Spain is a famous historic monument of which architecture? Christian, Islamic or Gothic? And it is Islamic. What is the term for the layer of foam that forms on the top of a well-made espresso? Is it crema, frother or foamer? And it is crema. In Greek mythology, who was the first mortal woman on Earth? Was it Pandora, Medusa or Athena? The correct one here, Pandora. What is this gymnastics apparatus called? Is it a pommel horse, jump horse or balance horse? And the answer, a pommel horse. Candelia wax is a wax derived from what? A beetle, plant or from bees? And it's from a plant. Who ruled over Spain from 1939 to 1975 as a dictator? Was it Tito, Franco or Mussolini? And it was Franco. In the Bible, whose wife turned into a pillar of salt? Samson's, Lot's or Solomon's? And that was Lot's wife. What was the name of the first cloned mammal? Was it Polly, Dolly or Molly? And it was Dolly the sheep. The phrase "a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away" is associated with which film? Star Wars, Star Trek, or Alien? The answer: Star Wars. Which food can be called marrow fat? Marrows, cabbage, or peas? And they are peas. Where did reggae music originate? Was it in Brazil, Jamaica, or Nigeria? And it originated in Jamaica. In which decade is the musical Hairspray set? In the 70s, 60s, or 40s? And that was set in the 60s. What is a minaret? Is it a type of dance, a small doll, or a type of tower? The answer is a type of tower. Which country is known for the ancient city of Petra? Is it in Jordan, Lebanon, or Saudi Arabia? And it is in Jordan. Blinky, Pinky, Inky and Clyde are the ghosts in which video game? Are they in Donkey Kong, Pac-Man, or Mario Brothers? And they are in Pac-Man. What type of whale was Moby Dick? A humpback, beluga, or sperm whale? And the answer: a sperm whale. Which animal has 3 hearts and blue blood? A spider, jellyfish, or octopus? The correct answer here is octopus. According to the legend, which river was Achilles dipped in by his mother? The Styx, River Nile, or Euphrates? And he was dipped in the Styx. Which mosquitoes bite people to get blood? Is it the male only, female only, or both? And the answer: it's only the females. What fashion designer created the 20s little black dress? Was it Christian Dior, Mary Quant, or Coco Chanel? And it was Coco Chanel. What was the nickname given to the iconic Ford Model T? Was it Iron Horse, Bone Shaker, or Tin Lizzie? The correct answer: Tin Lizzie. What was introduced in 1960 and at first was only available to married women? Miniskirts, automatic washing machines, or contraceptive pills? And I guess this one is obvious. The answer is contraceptive pills. What was the first metal used for tools? Gold, copper, or lead? The answer: copper. Which country is home to the famous Serengeti National Park? Kenya, South Africa, or Tanzania? And that can be found in Tanzania. Earth's axis of rotation is tilted at what degree? 23.5, 29.5, or 42.5 degrees? The answer: 23.5. Scorpions are closely related to which? Spiders, grasshoppers, or beetles? And they are closely related to spiders. Where was the Nabatean kingdom located? Was it in the Middle East, Southeast Asia, or Northern Europe? And it was in the Middle East. In the Roman Catholic Church, what does canonized mean? Does it mean to be made a pope, made a saint, or made a cardinal? And it means made a saint. In what city would you find Michelangelo's David? In Rome, Venice, or Florence? And he's in Florence. How many planets are smaller than Earth in our solar system? 4, 3, or 2? The correct answer, 3. In tennis, what is the term for a score of 40-40 indicating a tied game? Deuce, love, or fault? The correct answer, deuce. Name the Apollo 11 lunar module that landed on the moon. Was it Snoopy, Eagle, or Aquarius? And actually they were all names of lunar modules, but for Apollo 11 it was the Eagle. Where is Cop Axel Foley from in the movie Beverly Hills Cop? Is he from Dallas, Los Angeles, or Detroit? And he's from Detroit. Invented in 1907, what was the first synthetic plastic called? Bakelite, vinyl, or nylon? The answer is Bakelite. In which of these African countries can mountain gorillas be found? Somalia, South Africa, or Rwanda? And they can be found in Rwanda. I've Had the Time of My Life was used as a theme song for which film? Dirty Dancing, Flashdance, or Fame? And that's from Dirty Dancing. What is another word for an ant farm? Formicarium, Antarium, or apiary? And the answer, Formicarium. Who gave the famous "We shall fight them on the beaches" speech? Was it Churchill, Truman, or Eisenhower? And that was by Churchill. Which part of a dog can sweat? Its ears, paw pads, or tail? The answer, paw pads. Who played the character of Hannibal Lecter in The Silence of the Lambs? Was it Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, or Anthony Hopkins? And the correct answer here, Anthony Hopkins. Jerk is a cooking method native to where? Mexico, Cuba, or Jamaica? And it's from Jamaica. How many bones are in an elephant's trunk? Are there 3, 5, or none? And there are none. One of the richest people ever, Mansa Musa, was the ruler of which empire? The Inca, Mali, or Persian? He ruled the Mali Empire. So-called poison arrow frogs are native to where? Sub-Saharan Africa, Southeast Asia, or South and Central America? They are found in South and Central America. What were commonly referred to as zeppelins? Submarines, aircraft carriers, or rigid airships? The answer, rigid airships. There are 2 universally recognised species of wolves, the grey and which other? White, red, or black? The correct answer, red wolves. Who played the lead role of Maria in the film The Sound of Music? Was it Julie Andrews, Audrey Hepburn, or Elizabeth Taylor? The answer, Julie Andrews. What is the Taj Mahal, India? A mausoleum, palace or school? The answer is a mausoleum. Which subtitle was later added for the original Star Wars movie? Episode 4, A New Hope, The Empire Strikes Back, or Return of the Jedi? The answer, Episode 4, A New Hope. Where was Che Guevara captured and executed in 1967? Mexico, Bolivia, or Cuba? And I hope you're enjoying this mix of questions. The correct answer is Bolivia. Mustangs are wild descendants of horses brought from which country? Peru, Ireland, or Spain? And they're from Spain. What was the name of the prison where Nelson Mandela was held for most of his imprisonment? Cape Island, Bird Island, or Robben Island? And the answer, Robben Island. What does Acropolis mean in Greek? Does it mean high city, king's home, or God's house? It means high city. Here's Looking at You, Kid is a famous quote from which classic film? The Godfather, Gone with the Wind, or Casablanca? And the answer, Casablanca. Who was the first costumed superhero created by DC Comics in 1938? Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, or Superman? The answer, Superman. Which Asian country is also known as Burma? Laos, Bhutan, or Myanmar? The answer here, Myanmar. Which wood is traditionally used for cricket bats? Willow, pine, or oak? And traditionally, it's willow. Where is the language called Farsi spoken? Iran, China, or India? And it's from Iran. Which of these technologies launched in the 80s? The DVD, cassette tape, or compact disc? The answer, the compact disc. What is the standard height of a basketball hoop? 8, 10, or 12 feet? The standard is 10 feet. Who was the first person to record and play back sound successfully? Edison, Marconi, or Bell? Now there's no bonus questions in this quiz, but feel free to add any interesting facts in the comments down below. And the answer, Edison. What name was given to the 10,000 strong elite force of the Persian army? Were they the warriors, immortals, or legends? They were the immortals. Most of the Dead Sea Scrolls are written in which language? Hebrew, Latin, or Sanskrit? And they are written in Hebrew. What is the smallest bone in the human body? The patella, stapes, or humerus? It is the stapes. What country is world famous for its obsession with cherry blossoms? Egypt, India, or Japan? The answer, Japan. That's not a knife, that's a knife. Name the movie. The Karate Kid, Rambo First Blood, or Crocodile Dundee? And that's the famous line from Crocodile Dundee. The kraken is a legendary sea monster from which mythology? Japanese, Norse or Greek? And it's from Norse mythology. Florence Nightingale gained fame for her work during which war? The American Civil War, Crimean War or World War I? The answer here, the Crimean War. Which of these has a brain? An earthworm, starfish or sea cucumber? The answer, an earthworm. In which modern-day country would you find the archaeological remains of ancient Carthage? Tunisia, Turkey or Syria? And that's found in Tunisia. Who sang about a hotel that you could never leave? Was it Aerosmith, the Rolling Stones or the Eagles? And the answer is Hotel California by the Eagles. In which city will you find the Brandenburg Gate? Is it in Prague, Berlin or Paris? It is in Berlin. Which country issued the world's first adhesive postage stamp known as the penny black? United Kingdom, Australia or Canada? And that was issued by the United Kingdom. Where was Harry Houdini born? In London, Rome or Budapest? And the answer, Budapest. Okay, name this tropical paradise in French Polynesia. Is it Curacao, Grenada or Bora Bora? And it is Bora Bora. What is the only continent that lies in all four hemispheres? Asia, Europe or Africa? The correct answer is Africa, which was expelled from the United Nations in 1971. Israel, Cuba or Taiwan? The answer for this is Taiwan. Which country has more pyramids than Egypt? Sudan, Saudi Arabia or Jordan? And the answer, Sudan. Which honeybees in a hive make the honey? Is it the male bees, female bees or the queen? And it is the female bees. 70s hit movie Saturday Night Fever featured songs by which legendary disco group? The Bee Gees, ABBA or Earth, Wind and Fire? The answer is the Bee Gees. Who was the first person to reach the South Pole? Robert Falcon Scott, Ernest Shackleton or Roald Amundsen? And it was Roald Amundsen. Which of these empires did not collapse at the end of World War I? The British, German or Ottoman? And the one that didn't collapse, the British Empire. Where is the string of volcanoes called the Ring of Fire? The Pacific, Atlantic or Southern Ocean? And that is found around the Pacific Ocean. When is the Earth closest to the Sun? In January, June or July? And the answer is January. In which city is the Sagrada Familia located? In Rome, Barcelona or Jerusalem? And that can be found in Barcelona. Who is the famous son of the Macedonian king Philip II? Mark Antony, Julius Caesar, or Alexander the Great? The answer, Alexander the Great. The island of Hispaniola is divided between which two countries? Dominica and Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic, or Dominican Republic and Haiti? The answer is Dominican Republic and Haiti. Which is strange but true about hippos? They can't swim, they're the largest mammals on Earth, or they're carnivores. And strange but true, they can't swim. What type of rock is the Great Sphinx of Giza carved from? Limestone, siltstone, or sandstone? And it's carved from limestone. Who discovered penicillin in 1928? Alexander Fleming, Louis Pasteur, or Frederick Hopkins? And it was Alexander Fleming. In what year was Coca-Cola first served? 1831, 1886, or 1922? And it was in 1886. Who was the ancient Egyptian god of the River Nile? Ra, Hapi, or Isis? The correct answer, Hapi. Live long and prosper is a famous line from which TV series that started in 1966? Batman, Lost in Space, or Star Trek? And that's from Star Trek. Which was the last country to surrender in World War II? Japan, Germany, or Italy? And the last to surrender was Japan. Who had a hit song in 1983 with Holiday? Wham, Madonna, or Cyndi Lauper? The correct answer here is Madonna. What clothing accessory is worn by Kellogg's Tony the Tiger? A hat, pants, or scarf? And he wears a scarf. What was the primary type of warfare on the World War I Western Front? Was it aerial combat, naval warfare, or trench warfare? The answer is trench warfare. In Rocky, who won the fight between Rocky and Apollo Creed? Was it Rocky, it was a draw, or Apollo? And in the first Rocky movie, Apollo won. What were the Soviet forced labour camps called? Were they the Stasi, the Gulash, or the Gulag? The answer is the Gulag. In which city can you visit the famous Trevi Fountain? Is it in Madrid, Rome, or Florence? And that is found in Rome. In 1963, Lamborghini started to make cars. What did they make before cars? Boats, motorcycles, or tractors? The answer is tractors. Diva is the Latin word for what? Queen, singer, or goddess? The answer is goddess. Who composed the famous classical music piece, The Four Seasons? Was it Beethoven, Vivaldi, or Mozart? And that's by Vivaldi. In the 1979 film Mad Max, who played the title role? Was it Kurt Russell, Mel Gibson, or Robert De Niro? And I forgot how old that film was. It was, of course, Mel Gibson. Greenland is an autonomous territory in the Kingdom of where? Iceland, Denmark, or Norway? and it's part of the Kingdom of Denmark. The Victoria Falls are located on the border of which two African countries? Zambia and Tanzania, Zambia and Zimbabwe, or Zimbabwe and Mozambique? And it's on the border of Zambia and Zimbabwe. Which are the cells that are part of your immune system and help fight infection? R, S, or T cells? The answer is T cells. Why was boxing legend Muhammad Ali sentenced to 5 years in jail in 1967? Was it for assault, refusing draft, or tax evasion? It was for refusing draft. Name the famous gladiator who led the slave revolt against Rome. Was it Spartacus, Maximus, or Commodus? And it was Spartacus. On pencils, which letter indicates the softest? Is it B, F, or H? And the correct answer is B. The asteroid that is said to have wiped out the dinosaurs hit just off the coast of where? Mexico, Brazil, or Morocco? The answer is Mexico. Who ordered the construction of St. Basil's Cathedral in the 16th century? Was it Peter the Great, Alexander II, or Ivan the Terrible? It was Ivan the Terrible. Which musical includes the songs Sherry and Walk Like a Man? Jersey Boys, West Side Story, or Wicked? And they are from Jersey Boys. Who was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize? Mother Teresa, Marie Curie, or Betty Williams? And I'm not saying her full name because I can't pronounce it. The correct answer is Marie Curie. Name the first full-length animated feature film produced by Walt Disney Studios. Was it Dumbo, Cinderella, or Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? It was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Where are narwhals found? In the Black Sea, Arctic Ocean, or Caribbean Sea? And they are found in the Arctic Ocean. What do comets revolve around? The Sun, the Solar System, or Earth? And they revolve around the Sun. Which country was the first to soft land a spacecraft on the Moon? Was it the United States, Soviet Union, or China? And the answer is Luna 9 from the Soviet Union. How many vertebrae make up the neck of an average giraffe? 7, 14, or 19? And just like us, they have 7. The Kingdom of Kush was situated along which river? The Euphrates, Nile, or Tiber? The correct answer is the Nile. Okay, how was that? I hope it was fun, and don't forget there's hundreds of free interactive quizzes to play over on my quiz website, quizamp.com, and I'm adding new ones there every week. Plus, there's my app game, Swipivia, so go check those out. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time.